1 million volts.
Throughout history, revolutionary technologies and inventions have been met with resistance, suppression, and even the silencing of their creators. From Nikola Tesla to Royal Raymond Rife, these 20 cases shed light on the dark side of innovation and the forces that conspire to maintain the status quo. Number 1. The suppression of Nikola Tesla's wireless energy transmission. Nikola Tesla, the visionary Serbian-American inventor, is best known for his groundbreaking work in electricity and magnetism. However, one of his most revolutionary ideas, the wireless transmission of energy, was met with resistance and ultimately suppressed. In the early 1900s, Tesla began experimenting with the concept of transmitting electrical energy without wires. He believed that by using the Earth's ionosphere as a conductor, he could send electricity across vast distances, providing free, clean energy to the world. Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower, constructed on Long Island, was meant to be the first step in realizing this vision. However, as Tesla's research progressed, he faced increasing opposition from powerful entities, particularly J.P. Morgan, his primary financier. Morgan, who had a significant stake in the copper wire industry, saw Tesla's wireless energy transmission as a direct threat to his profits. As a result, he withdrew his support, leaving Tesla without the necessary funds to complete his work. Number 2. The tragic story of Royal Raymond Rife's cancer cure. In the 1930s, Royal Raymond Rife, a brilliant scientist and inventor, claimed to have developed a groundbreaking technology that could cure cancer and other diseases. His invention, known as the Rife machine, used specific frequencies of electromagnetic energy to target and eliminate harmful microorganisms in the body. Rife's journey began when he invented a powerful microscope that could magnify objects up to 60,000 times, far surpassing the capabilities of other microscopes at the time. Using this microscope, Rife claimed to have observed and identified the unique electromagnetic frequencies of various microorganisms, including those believed to cause cancer. Armed with this knowledge, Rife created a device that could emit these frequencies, theorizing that by matching the resonant frequency of the microorganisms, he could destroy them without harming healthy tissue. Rife reported successful treatments of cancer patients using his machine, and his work gained the attention of prominent doctors and researchers. Number 3. Stanley Meyer's water-powered car and mysterious death. In the 1980s, Stanley Meyer, an inventor from Ohio, claimed to have developed a revolutionary car engine that could run on water instead of gasoline. Meyer's invention, which he called the water fuel cell, allegedly split water into its component parts, hydrogen and oxygen, using an electrical current. The resulting hydrogen gas would then be used to power the car's engine, with the only byproduct being water. Meyer's claims were met with both excitement and skepticism from the scientific community and the public. If his invention proved to be genuine, it would have had profound implications for the automotive industry and the world's energy landscape, offering a clean, abundant, and inexpensive alternative to fossil fuels. However, as Meyer worked to refine his technology and secure patents, he began to face increasing opposition and scrutiny. Many experts in the field of thermodynamics and energy conservation argued that Meyer's claims violated the laws of physics, stating that the amount of energy required to split water molecules would exceed the energy produced by the resulting hydrogen fuel. Number 4. The electrogravitics research of Thomas Townsend Brown. Thomas Townsend Brown, an American inventor and physicist, dedicated much of his life to the study of electrogravitics, a hypothetical propulsion technology that seeks to exploit the relationship between electricity and gravity. Brown's research, which began in the 1920s, centered around the concept that high-voltage electrical fields could produce an anti-gravity effect, potentially revolutionizing transportation and space travel. Brown's most famous experiment involved the creation of a device he called the gravitator, which consisted of two metal plates, one charged positively and the other negatively. When high voltage was applied to the plates, Brown observed that the device exhibited a small but measurable thrust in the direction of the positive plate. He believed that this effect was the result of an interaction between the electrical field and the surrounding gravitational field. As Brown continued his research, he developed more advanced devices and conducted numerous experiments to explore the potential applications of electrogravitics. He envisioned a future in which vehicles could be powered by this technology, eliminating the need for conventional propulsion systems and enabling more efficient and eco-friendly transportation. Number 5. Harry Hoxsey's persecuted cancer treatment. Harry Hoxsey, a self-taught healer from Illinois, claimed to have developed a natural herbal formula that could cure cancer in the early 20th century. Hoxsey's treatment, which he inherited from his great-grandfather, consisted of a combination of herbs, including red clover, burdock root, and poke root, among others. He believed that this formula could effectively treat cancer by purifying the blood and promoting the body's natural healing processes. Hoxsey's approach to cancer treatment gained significant popularity in the 1920s and 1930s, with thousands of patients seeking his help. He established clinics across the United States, where he administered his herbal remedies and claimed to have successfully treated numerous cases of cancer. Hoxsey's supporters, including many satisfied patients, testified to the effectiveness of his treatment and praised him as a compassionate and dedicated healer. However, Hoxsey's success also attracted the attention of the American Medical Association, or AMA, and the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, who viewed his unconventional methods as a threat to the established medical system. The AMA launched a campaign to discredit Hoxsey, labeling him a quack and accusing him of exploiting vulnerable cancer patients for financial gain. Number 6. The Phoebus Cartel and the birth of planned obsolescence. In the early 20th century, a group of leading light bulb manufacturers formed a secretive organization known as the Phoebus Cartel. The cartel, which included companies such as General Electric, Osram, and Philips, aimed to control the global light bulb market by engaging in price fixing, market sharing, and, most notably, planned obsolescence. Planned obsolescence is a strategy in which products are deliberately designed to have a limited lifespan, forcing consumers to purchase replacements more frequently. The Phoebus Cartel is often credited with pioneering this concept, as they conspired to limit the lifespan of light bulbs to around 1,000 hours, a significant reduction from the 2,500 hours or more that many bulbs were capable of lasting at the time. The cartel's members agreed to adhere to strict production quotas and to share technical information to ensure that their bulbs would burn out within the agreed-upon timeframe. They also imposed fines on manufacturers who produced bulbs that exceeded the 1,000-hour limit, effectively enforcing the planned obsolescence of their products. Number 7. Wilhelm Reich's orgone energy and imprisonment. Wilhelm Reich, an Austrian-American psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, is best known for his controversial theories on human sexuality and his belief in a universal life force energy he called orgone. Reich's work in the early to mid-20th century challenged conventional views on mental health and sexuality, leading to both acclaim and persecution. Reich's concept of orgone energy was central to his theories. He believed that orgone was a primordial cosmic energy that permeated all living things and was responsible for the biological and emotional processes in the body. According to Reich, the accumulation or depletion of organ E in the body could lead to physical and mental health issues. To harness and study this energy, Reich developed a device called the orgone accumulator, a box-like structure made of alternating layers of organic and inorganic materials. He claimed that sitting inside the accumulator could enhance orgone energy in the body, leading to improved physical and mental well-being. Reich also believed that orgone could be used to treat a variety of illnesses, including cancer. Number 8. Linus Pauling's controversial vitamin C therapy. Linus Pauling, a brilliant American chemist and two-time Nobel Prize winner, is renowned for his groundbreaking work in quantum chemistry and molecular biology. However, in the later years of his career, Pauling became a controversial figure due to his strong advocacy for the use of high-dose vitamin C in the prevention and treatment of various diseases, including cancer and the common cold. Pauling's interest in vitamin C began in the 1960s, when he started taking large doses of the vitamin to prevent colds. He believed that vitamin C, an essential nutrient and antioxidant, could enhance the body's immune system and protect against a wide range of health problems. Pauling advocated for the consumption of high doses of vitamin C, often in amounts far exceeding the recommended daily allowance. In 1970, Pauling published the book Vitamin C and the Common Cold, in which he argued that taking large doses of vitamin C could prevent and even shorten the duration of the common cold. The book became a bestseller and sparked a surge in the popularity of vitamin C supplements. Number 9. The cold fusion controversy and Eugene Malov's murder. In 1989, two electrochemists, Martin Fleischmann and Stanley Pons, announced a groundbreaking discovery: cold fusion. They claimed to have achieved nuclear fusion reactions at room temperature, a feat previously thought impossible. The scientific community was initially excited by the prospect of a clean, cheap, and virtually unlimited energy source. However, as other researchers attempted to replicate the experiments, they found inconsistent results, leading to a growing controversy surrounding the validity of cold fusion. One of the most vocal advocates of cold fusion was Eugene Malov, an MIT-trained engineer and science journalist. Malov believed that Fleischmann and Pons had made a genuine breakthrough, and that their work was being unfairly dismissed by the scientific establishment. He wrote extensively about cold fusion, arguing that it had the potential to revolutionize the world's energy landscape, and that the scientific community was too quick to reject it. Malov's support for cold fusion put him at odds with many of his colleagues, who viewed the idea as pseudoscience. He resigned from his position as the chief science writer at the MIT News Office in 1991 to protest what he saw as the institute's biased handling of the cold fusion controversy. He went on to found Infinite Energy magazine, which became a leading platform for cold fusion research and advocacy. Number 10. The enigmatic Coral Castle and Edward Leedskalnin's secrets. In the quiet city of Homestead, Florida, stands an enigmatic structure known as the Coral Castle. Built single-handedly by Latvian-American sculptor Edward Leedskalnin between 1923 and 1951. This incredible monument features intricate carvings and massive coral rock formations, some weighing up to 30 tons. What makes Leedskalnin's achievement even more remarkable is that he worked alone, using only primitive tools and never revealing his construction methods to anyone. Leedskalnin, who stood just over 5 feet tall and weighed around 100 pounds, claimed to have discovered the secrets of the ancient Egyptian pyramids and the lost city of Atlantis. He believed that he had unlocked the mysteries of levitation and anti-gravity, which allowed him to single-handedly move and manipulate the enormous coral rocks used in the castle's construction. Despite numerous attempts to uncover Lidskalnin's secrets, no one has been able to definitively explain how he built the coral castle. Some theorize that he used a combination of pulleys, levers, and counterweights, while others believe he may have harnessed the power of electromagnetism or even supernatural forces. Number 11. The suppression of alternative cancer treatments. Throughout history, various alternative cancer treatments have emerged, offering hope to patients and challenging the conventional medical establishment. However, many of these treatments have faced suppression, ridicule, and even outright persecution, raising questions about the motives behind the opposition and the potential benefits that may have been lost as a result. One of the most well-known examples of suppressed alternative cancer treatments is the Gerson therapy, developed by German physician Max Gerson in the 1930s. The therapy involves a strict diet of organic fruits and vegetables, raw juices, and coffee enemas, along with supplements and detoxification procedures. Gerson claimed to have successfully treated numerous cancer patients using his method, but his work was largely dismissed by the mainstream medical community. Another controversial alternative cancer treatment is Laetrile, a substance derived from apricot pits that was popular in the 1970s. Proponents of Laetrile claim that it could selectively kill cancer cells while leaving healthy cells unharmed. However, the FDA banned the substance in 1980, citing a lack of scientific evidence for its efficacy and concerns about its potential toxicity. Number 12. The Invention Secrecy Act and Classified Patents. The Invention Secrecy Act, enacted in 1951, grants the United States government the power to impose secrecy orders on patent applications that are deemed a potential threat to national security. Under this act, if a patent application is considered sensitive or classified, the inventor is prohibited from disclosing the invention or filing for a patent in a foreign country without permission from the government. The act has been used to classify thousands of patents over the years, covering a wide range of technologies, including weapons systems, communication devices, and energy production methods. Some of these classified patents are believed to involve groundbreaking technologies that could revolutionize various industries and significantly impact society. Critics of the Invention Secrecy Act argue that it stifles innovation and prevents the public from benefiting from potentially life-changing technologies. They contend that the government's power to classify patents is too broad and that the criteria for determining what constitutes a threat to national security are often vague and open to interpretation. Number 13. The mysterious disappearance of Arie de Geus and his fuel efficiency device. In the 1970s, during the height of the oil crisis, a Dutch inventor named Arie de Geus claimed to have developed a revolutionary fuel efficiency device that could significantly reduce gasoline consumption in vehicles. The device, which he called the de Geus carburetor, reportedly used a series of magnets to alter the molecular structure of fuel, resulting in more complete combustion and improved mileage. According to de Geus, his invention could improve fuel efficiency by as much as 20–30%, a claim that attracted the attention of both the automotive industry and the general public. He demonstrated his device on various vehicles, including his own car, which he drove from the Netherlands to Switzerland on a single tank of fuel. However, just as de Geus was on the verge of securing funding to mass-produce his invention, he mysteriously disappeared. Some reports suggest that he had been in negotiations with a major oil company, while others claim that he had been approached by government agents who were interested in his technology. Number 14. Thomas Henry Murray's suppressed radiant energy device. In the early 20th century, American inventor Thomas Henry Murray developed a device that he claimed could harness a previously unknown form of energy from the environment. Murray called this energy radiant energy and believed that it could provide a limitless source of clean, cheap power for homes and industries. Morey's device, which he named the Morey valve, consisted of a complex array of vacuum tubes, capacitors, and other components. He claimed that the device could capture radiant energy from the air and convert it into usable electricity, without the need for any external power source. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s, Morey conducted numerous demonstrations of his device for scientists, engineers, and potential investors. Many witnesses reported seeing the device power lights, motors, and other electrical equipment, seemingly without any connection to a conventional power source. Number 15. The fluoride conspiracy, suppressing dissent or promoting dental health. The addition of fluoride to public water supplies has been a contentious issue since the practice began in the United States in the 1940s. While proponents argue that fluoridation is a safe and effective way to prevent tooth decay and promote dental health, conspiracy theorists have long claimed that it is part of a nefarious plot to suppress dissent and control the population. According to some conspiracy theories, the push for water fluoridation originated not with dental health experts, but with powerful interests in government and industry. They argue that fluoride, a byproduct of aluminum and fertilizer production, was promoted as a way to dispose of industrial waste while simultaneously pacifying the public and making them more susceptible to control. Proponents of this theory point to early research on fluoride conducted by the Manhattan Project, the U.S. government's secret program to develop the atomic bomb during World War II. Some scientists involved in the project studied the effects of fluoride on humans and animals, leading to speculation that the government was interested in using the substance for mind control or other nefarious purposes. Number 16. The Pogue carburetor and the influence of oil companies. In the 1930s, during the Great Depression, Canadian inventor Charles Nelson Pogue developed a revolutionary carburetor that he claimed could significantly improve fuel efficiency in automobiles. The Pogue carburetor, as it came to be known, allegedly allowed cars to travel up to 200 miles on a single gallon of gasoline, a feat that would have greatly reduced the cost of transportation and had far-reaching implications for the economy and society. Pogue's invention gained significant attention from the media and the public, with many people eager to see his carburetor put into widespread use. However, despite the potential benefits of the device, it never reached mass production, leading to speculation that powerful interests in the oil industry had actively suppressed its development. Number 17. The suppression of Nikola Tesla's The Problem of Increasing Human Energy. In 1900, at the dawn of the 20th century, Nikola Tesla, the brilliant inventor and visionary, published an article titled The Problem of Increasing Human Energy in Century magazine. In this groundbreaking work, Tesla outlined his ideas for harnessing the power of renewable energy sources and improving human efficiency, productivity, and well-being. Tesla's article was far ahead of its time, predicting many of the technological innovations and social trends that would shape the coming century. He envisioned a world where energy would be abundant and free, where machines would relieve humans of toil and drudgery, and where global communication and transportation would bring people closer together. However, despite the potential of Tesla's ideas to transform society and improve the human condition, his work was largely ignored or suppressed by the established powers of his day. Many of the corporate and financial interests that dominated the early 20th century saw Tesla's vision of a decentralized, renewable energy system as a threat to their profits and control. Number 18. The curious case of the Wardenclyffe Tower. In the early 20th century, Nikola Tesla, the brilliant inventor and visionary, began work on one of his most ambitious projects, the Wardenclyffe Tower. Located in Shoreham, New York, this massive structure was intended to be the first step in a global wireless communication and energy transmission system that would revolutionize the world. The Wardenclyffe Tower, also known as the Tesla Tower, was a remarkable feat of engineering. Standing 187 feet tall, it was designed to transmit wireless messages and energy across the Atlantic Ocean and eventually around the world. Tesla envisioned a future where information and power could be transmitted instantly and efficiently, without the need for expensive and cumbersome infrastructure. However, despite Tesla's grand vision and the initial support of wealthy investors like J.P. Morgan, the Wardenclyffe Tower project soon ran into trouble. As construction costs mounted and technical challenges emerged, Morgan and other backers began to lose faith in the project. Tesla, who was notoriously bad at managing money and meeting deadlines, struggled to keep the project on track. Number 19. The Flexner Report and the Suppression of Alternative Medicine. In 1910, the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching commissioned Abraham Flexner, an educator and scholar, to conduct a comprehensive study of medical education in the United States and Canada. The resulting document, known as the Flexner Report, would have a profound impact on the future of healthcare and the suppression of alternative medicine. Flexner's report was highly critical of the state of medical education at the time, which he found to be inconsistent, unscientific, and often fraudulent. He recommended sweeping reforms, including the standardization of curricula, the strengthening of admission requirements, and the integration of medical training with mainstream universities and hospitals. While Flexner's recommendations were undoubtedly well-intentioned and helped to establish a more rigorous and scientific basis for modern medicine, they also had the effect of marginalizing and suppressing alternative approaches to healing. Flexner was a strong proponent of allopathic medicine, which emphasizes the use of drugs, surgery, and other invasive treatments to combat disease. He was highly skeptical of homeopathy, naturopathy, and other holistic practices, which he dismissed as unscientific and ineffective. Number 20. The Inventor's Plight: Patterns of Suppression and Persecution. Throughout history, inventors who have dared to challenge the status quo or threaten the interests of powerful entities have often faced suppression, persecution, and even violence. From Nikola Tesla to Stanley Meyer, the stories of visionary innovators being silenced or marginalized are tragically commonplace. One of the most common patterns of suppression is the discrediting of an inventor's work or character. This can take many forms, from spreading rumors and misinformation to outright defamation and character assassination. By calling into question an inventor's credibility, competence, or even sanity, those who stand to lose from their innovations can effectively undermine their ability to gain support or funding.